My name is Sherry, and this is my aha moment. Well, 25 years ago, I was living the all-American dream. I had been married for 3 years, had 2 baby boys, and I was out on a Saturday afternoon riding my ATV three-wheeler while my husband was home with our babies. And I was riding down our subdivision where I always rode, and I came up over the spare lot, and I don't know what happened. My husband got a knock on the door, and they said, call the ambulance, sure he's bleeding from the head. The paramedics arrived, and they called me DOA, dead on arrival. They took me to the emergency room, and for hours my family sat in the quiet room. They called the chaplain in, and they said, she's not going to make it. And then later they came back in and said, well, if she's a fighter, she has a 50-50 chance. And my husband said, get her room ready. And I laid there for months with every day my mentor came and sat by me. And I couldn't talk, I couldn't swallow, couldn't walk. But he knew I knew he was in there, and finally said, girl, I know you're angry. And he said, but you know, you were saved, and medically they can't explain why you're here. So instead of ask why me, it's time to ask what's my purpose. That was the biggest aha moment in my life that changed my life forever. I came back from rehab and I had to relearn how to swallow, walk and talk, all the things we take for granted. At a very young age, I was blessed with such an opportunity to realize how important the little things are in life. And I came back home, and my passion was to help others that were going through this. So I started doing hospital visitation. I started a support group. I got grant money from the hospital to set up an office and pay my salary, and then started seeing other folks around the state in the same shape, that we were all in back bedrooms. No one knew what to do with us. So set up a state head injury foundation, and then set up a national head injury foundation and became president of it. Moved to Washington, D.C., worked with people with disabilities, led the way. We created the Americans with Disabilities Act, that this year is our 20th anniversary for ADA, July 26. So taking that very simple aha moment, I have been able to impact millions of lives and live a very blessed life.